All right, y'all. Back again. It's your least favorite toy reviewer. Today I'm going to be reviewing the X-Men 90 Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Archangel. I got this from Big Bad Toy Store over the weekend. This is a good figure. He's in stock right now if you want to get him. He's shipping out from other places pretty soon, but he's in stock right now with Big Bad Toy Store. So here he is, Warren Worthington III. This is like the third Warren figure we've gotten the last couple of years. 2 years ago, 2024, we got the red and white Angel. Then last year we got the Uncanny X-Force Archangel. This year we got this 97 Archangel. Hopefully next year we get the blue and white Angel. And after that, I think that should be it as far as for the Angels. I mean, yeah, you can get the first costume he wore when he was with X Factor before he became Archangel, the red and white. But he wore this costume pretty much the bulk of the run of the X Factor, the original X Factor run. Maybe some of the costumes he wore in the Utopia era, whatever and stuff. But honestly, just give us the blue and white costume and I'll be cool. And maybe the red and white X Factor costume so we can complete that team. But anyways, he's very top heavy. That's why I have this little stand here. I got these off of Amazon because without this, he keeps leaning over. I'm not going to go over the articulation too much because it's the Vulcan body. Only difference is he does not have any butterfly joints, and that's because of the wings. Because in order to attach them, it's not going to work. Just like with the Angel and the Archangel. So, there's really not a lot of articulation. I mean, difference between this and your standard, Marvel Legends Vulcan figure. Accessory wise, he comes with this alternate head. Don't know if it can focus. There we go. The angry head. Then he comes with 2 extra hands, some wrapping hands. Don't know if you can see that. The 2 hands he has on the figure, he's got the trigger hand and then 1 fist on his left hand. The trigger hand is for this rifle he comes with. This is the same rifle that came with the Cable from X-Men 97. I'm gonna go over I'm gonna compare the rifles in just a minute, but it's basically the same rifle as the one that came with Cable. Don't know why he came with this, but in the promo art that's been released so far, he's apparently going to be a part of Cable's X-Force team, so maybe they'll explain it when season 2 premieres. And then he comes with this back piece, so whenever he's not having his wings out, you can insert it. A lot of 3D printer people have printed this out for the previous Angels, so this is nice to have one that's official. Now, of course, I'm going to compare this figure to the other figures, and the standard head he comes with, don't know if you can focus. It's kind of a stoic face. The wings are not the same wings that came with the previous Archangel figure, or even the ones that came out years ago. Speaking of Archangel, let me go ahead and compare. Oh, sorry. All right, so here's the previous Archangel. So, and it's very hard to stand, so just bear with me. It's pretty much the same exact figure, except for just this is black, and the wings are more fantastical, if that's a word. So, and can the wings go onto this Archangel? Yes, they can, because it's like I said, it's basically the same exact figure as before, except for it's just different paint color and different wings. This is technically, well, it is the animated Archangel. This is a comic Angel, but we collectors, we use these animated figures for our comic display. So I'm not gonna take the wings out, but they are compatible. I did it off camera. They are compatible. So if you want to put this wings on this wing on figure and vice versa, you can do that. It's not gonna. It's pretty much the same. And another thing too, this part right here, don't know if you can see it, it actually comes off, so it's like it kind of inserts into this, which it's a cool feature. It's basically kind of make it uniform or whatever. So and yeah, so this figure, you know, it's pretty good upgrade to the previous Archangels. Speaking of which, I'll compare it to the last Archangel we got. This is the deluxe that came out, I believe it's either 2018 or 2019. So it's on the old Bucky cap body, and of course it's top heavy, so I have to use these little stands to give him the stand. And of course it's also Bucky cap, so you know, gummy proportions. But height wise, as you can see, or you probably can't see, but as you can see, the new Archangel is taller than the previous Archangel. And the wings, you cannot put these wings on this figure because it's a different peg system. It's not going to work. So, yeah, it's a nice upgrade from the previous Archangel that you got. And speaking of the previous Archangel, the heads that came with that figure, it's the first time I'm actually going to try it on camera. It's the first time. So this is the can't focus. There we go. So this is the Death's Head or whatever figure that came with the previous Archangel. The blues do not match. I mean, I'm pretty sure toy photographers can make something work with it, but they don't match. So let me see if this head will go on. It does, but you got to force it. I mean, and like I said, the blues do not match at all. So I'm pretty sure some customizers will probably come out with something, but as you can see, the blues do not match. And this is the regular Angel head. I'll try it on this. And it fits. So that's nice. So, yeah, it fits. So, you can have that Angel head and also the evil head or pissed off head. It also fits, so you have options there. I wish they would have included an updated head like this or this with this Angel, but it is what it is. You know, it's Hasbro, but you know, just glad we got a new Angel because it's cool for people who missed out on the previous Archangels can have an opportunity to get this one. And this is the first Archangel in the modern era of Marvel Legends. We did get one way back in the Toy Biz era, and this was very hard to find, very expensive on the secondary market. Which, yeah, this is obsolete and it's showing its age. I forgot what year this came out. I think it was the Hit Monkey, or Rocket Raccoon Wave, or I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely outdated. This is, and again, like the previous Archangel, the wings are not compatible. So yeah, that's Archangel is obsolete. So speaking of the guns, here is the X-Men 97 Season 1 cable. The rifles are pretty much exactly the same, except for it's just a different paint deco. This one is more metallic, and this one is more, I guess, cartoon, even though they're both cartoon figures. But so I don't know how that's gonna work out in the second season. I don't know when it's supposed to debut. So let me see how they compare height-wise, since they're gonna be teammates in season 2. So yeah, Cable's taller than Archangel, like he should be. Previous Angel. Let me see if I can try to get in the stand. So again, it's the same body. It's the Vulcan body, so the articulation is exactly the same. I mean, there's no difference between them. And while I'm here, let me try to put the wings, because in the comics and in the animated series, like in later seasons, you know, he was wearing his OG costume. Get this thing out. He's wearing his OG costume with the wings. So let's see if they should work. Yeah, it was very hard to get that wing in. And I think probably the reason why this thing is there is to keep it stabilized or whatever. So, and of course you have the old Archangel head. So there you go. So now you can recreate how Archangel appeared in the 90s comics and in the animated series. I think in the animated series, in later seasons, he was wearing the blue and white costume with the metal wings. But in the comics, he was wearing this costume with the wings and also the blue and white costume. So when Hasbro eventually does release this costume, you know, the blue and white costume, you know, then you should be able to match it max. So yeah, the wings stick in like with no issues. And I'm not gonna put the feather wings into the Archangel, because when he was wearing that costume, he didn't have the webbed wings. This left wing is hard to pull out. I don't know if it's just my figure, but he was very hard to get the wings to come out for some reason. I don't know if it's just my figure. I got an extra. I always try to buy extras of my figures, because one to display and one to keep in my toy bin when I want to do some toy photography. And hold on real quick. Get my sip of water. Shout out to D Amazing. You know, drink your water, fellas and ladies. So there's that. Let's compare him to his teammates. This is the X Factor Cyclops on the old Bucky Cap body. Yeah. There are rumors, I think it's the Powers of X and Shartimus Prime, and I think also Display and Model Behavior. They said we're supposed to be getting an updated Cyclops in this costume on the Vulcan body, which I can't wait, because this figure, you know, is showing its age. It came out like, what, 6-7 years ago? So this is how they compare. Let me see what else. Cyclops, his first X Factor costume. So when Archangel became Archangel, you know, Cyclops was wearing this costume. So here they are compared to each other. Speaking of X Factor, here is Marvel Girl. So there they go. Iceman, one of my favorite X-Men characters. This is the Secret Wars Iceman that came out last year. Obviously, he's not the same X Factor, because during the time Bob was wearing the inhibitor belt. So, but this can go with the Gold Team. Speaking of Gold Team, we got Jean Grey. This was the Love 3-pack, or the Love Triangle 3-pack that came out, I think, 2019, 2018, somewhere around there. During the 90s, Jean started wearing her Phoenix costume. So if you want to get her to stand, there she is right there. Speaking of gold team, Bishop, here he is. I mean, we got the X-Men 97 Bishop, but wouldn't mind a updated comic book Bishop. And Cyclops, the best X-Men, Mr. X-Men, the X-Men 97 Cyclops. There's also rumors we're getting another Jim Lee Cyclops. So I don't know what's up with that, because we all use this for our Jim Lee Cyclops, but Hasbro likes money. So what the hell? Beast. Another rumor that we're getting a deluxe Beast in X-Men 97 either this year or next year. So, which it'll be cool because it'll give fans a chance to get this Beast or a Beast figure, because he goes for a lot of money on the secondary market. The leader of the gold team, this is the X-Men 97 Storm. So, gold team. I don't know why this figure is so expensive on the secondary market. I got mine, and I see she goes for a lot of money on the secondary market. For those who are curious, here are the Mafex Cyclops. Mafex Jean Grey. And it's still Mafex. This is the X Factor Cyclops. And of course we go with Archangel's creator, Apocalypse. This was the build-up figure that came out 2018. This is like the modernish take of Apocalypse. So it's not the same Apocalypse costume or outfit that he wore when he created Archangel. So there is that. Then we got the Apocalypse. That's, some people debate whether this is animated or Apocalypse. I pretty much think it is, because it's the same color scheme, but I don't know. But he goes good here. And then this is the best Apocalypse on the market, in my opinion. It is the Marvel Select Apocalypse. So out. And I miss Marvel Select, because they gave us big figures, that were compatible with Marvel Legends, and this is a classic Apocalypse. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's the best Apocalypse figure we've gotten on the market. It's a shame what happened to Diamond Select, but it is what it is. So, anyways, definitely recommend getting this figure. Again, nothing special about him. It's the same articulation with all Vulcan body figures. It's a nice upgrade to the previous Archangel figures. I mean, it's based on X-Men 97, but I mean, we all use this for comic figures. So definitely pick this guy up. I recommend him. Thank you for watching. Hope all is well with y'all. Peace.